What's up guys, it's Average Old, making average content for the average viewer, and today, look, I'm going to be real with you. I feel like at the moment making tips and tricks videos for Cold War is a bit of a dead end, because it seems like depending on your skill level you're going to be playing completely different games to one another, so making tips for the lobbies I am playing in probably won't be too relevant for you. Plus, I mean, if you're rocking around with a 0.85 KD, I mean honestly, you might as well not try and improve, because if you do, you're just going to get bent over whilst Activision shoves the thick, hard, unlubricated shaft of SBMM up your jacksie. So just have fun and run around with the knife. But that is not what this video is about. No, I want to talk to you guys about another YouTuber and some more reverse boosting accusations that have been flying around the internet. Like, at this point, accusing a YouTuber of reverse boosting is like accusing your dealer of underweighing you. It's obvious, but a man's got to do what a man's got to do to get them stacks. But today, I want to talk to you guys about Birdman and his 102-0 Nuketown gameplay that he uploaded. Now first of all, before all you angsty avian feather fetish fanboys start giving me grief like Blame Truth had on Twitter, I would just like to point out that this isn't a video calling him out and exposing him as such, and I really do genuinely enjoy Birdman's content and I'm a long-term subscriber myself. Plus it's hardly exposing him in any case, as he pretty much exposed himself in the video. Not in a not allowed near schools and on a list way, I mean in regards to exploiting the SBMM system. Now if you haven't seen it already, he goes on an insane 54 gun streak in this video and drops 102 kills and doesn't die once. But look, he even says in the video, if you saw the title of it and thought that he was going up against the sweatiest, G-fuel snorting, scuff humping neckbeards in your lobbies, then you're obviously a little less than intelligent. And he does go on to explain how to get better lobbies in Cold War, but there are a few things that I take issue with here. First of all, he says that the best way to find good lobbies is to party up with a friend who has a 1 KD or below, and always play with them, and this screws the SBMM system up, and then takes an average of both of your stats and ranks you accordingly. Well, I have done this. I play with my best mate from time to time, and I won't say his name for security reasons, but let's just say it rhymes with Piss Gason. And I'm sure he won't mind me saying that he is a super casual player. He picks up COD for a few games after work in the evening and has fun. He only plays hardcore. He's playing on a big old TV with a regular controller and a day one Xbox One. He's far from a sweat and usually keeps his KD as close to 1 as possible. He literally plays COD the way that most people do, casually, and that's totally fine. Well, in this gameplay you are watching in the background, I was playing with him and I think I ended up going like 36-6, which is a great game for me. But I'm going to be honest with you, every other game that we played last night out of like 2 hours was filled with level 100 sweaty boys, and to be honest, I could tell he was having an awful time, as at points we were both getting our asses handed to us. But my point is that in that whole time we played together, not once did we come across a lobby like this. Out of 11 other players in this game, only 3 of them have reached prestige, and furthermore only 1 was on the other team. So you might be thinking, well, maybe he just lucked out and his mate he was playing with was super awful and the SBMM just took an average of both of their KDs. Well, to prove that he's not reverse boosting, he also showed us his stats and his meaty 3.63 KD. So even if his mates had a 0.1 KD, the average of that would still come out to a 1.87, and that's 0.8 off of Scump, who is arguably one of the best players in the world. Look, like I said, I really like Birdman and I'm not calling him out at all, but something is up here, especially when you look at the minimap in the video and you can clearly see that all 6 players on his team are alive, and not one of them is the light blue that you would expect to see when partied up with a friend. To me, this means that he is either joining an alternative count like we talked about last time, or he is joining a friend as he joins a lobby and then his mate leaves. These are the only 2 things that could be going on here, because he's clearly not reverse boosting with a KD that high, and he is obviously not playing with a friend. But to be honest, like I said, if you really thought that he got over 100 kills without dying legitimately, then you're obviously a mouth breather. And to be honest, his whole channel isn't about pub stomping and faking reactions and saying things like, I'm low-key gonna keep this 100, I'm vibing out right now. He's a commentary channel, and most of his content isn't even exclusively about COD, so it's different from say Swag or K3, free, but I guess my point is that this is what everyone is having to resort to. Activision has forced this on the game as a way to keep the new players engaged and to keep them around to spend money when the inevitable microtransactions come around. The players that don't have time to grind for mastery camos and as a result are way more likely to drop an extra $5 or a $10 every now and then for a sick new skin in the shop, and this portion of the player base absolutely dwarfs the hardcore COD community. But by doing this and keeping these players safe, they are now making it so that the only way that you can have a chilled and enjoyable experience is to go to extra lengths to get into lobbies like this. It's no secret that I have done this once, and if I'm telling you the truth, it was fun at first, but when you realise that the only reason you're doing well is because you're shitting on little kids who have never played the game before and people who aren't able to play the game at a high level, it becomes the same as burning ants with a magnifying glass. So we're left with a choice of playing like we are in a 20k tournament or playing like we have just joined an 8-year-old's football team, and newsflash, neither is actually fun, and neither is what we as old school hardcore COD fans love about this franchise. Right after this video, I want you to go onto the YouTube homepage and try and find 3 positive videos about this game that aren't about updates or rehashed class setups. I bet you struggle, because even the people who earn a decent living from playing this game are burned out from playing every single game like it's the CDL finals. If Activision aren't careful, they will bury Call of Duty with this system, and that absolutely sucks, because this game at its core has the potential to be some goddamn fun, and if it wasn't for the SBMM, then after a few more updates it could turn into be a top tier Call of Duty. But instead, no matter what maps they add, no matter what weapons they bring out, every game is going to consist of 1-for-1 gunfights and everyone using the M16 on a head glitch, and that just is not fun. It's just not what we signed up for, and it's not Call of Duty. I hope to God that we can look back at Cold War and Modern Warfare in 2 or 3 years and think, goddamn, can you believe they did this? Because if the next COD is this extreme when it comes to matchmaking, I'm straight up going to have to start making Animal Crossing content, or just have a G Fuel IV rigged up next to me as part of my setup. Whew. But anyway, that's it from me today. Those of you who have watched this content for a while will know that I love to see who sticks around until the end, so if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question in the comments. If you had to play 10 more years of Call of Duty with strict skill-based matchmaking, would you rather pull out all of your hair or all of your fingernails? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Owl. Peace.